now.
Hi everybody, I'm the manager, teacher, producer, mixer. I wear a bunch of different hats for Second to None. We're going to go ahead and go over all of our gear. So I'm going to start you off with our amps. Our first amp here is a Spider 4. It's a 120 watt amp. It's got a couple 10s in it. This amp went for about $350. It's a decent amp. It'll give you a little bit of everything. Good little practice amp. Our next amp that we have over here is a PV-VY PYR VIP2. It's a little 70 watt amp. It actually has some really cool settings like 12 string, 7 string guitar. It'll even do a bass setting, and actually the settings are fairly good. We also have an old Flextone 2 that actually we use as our primary recording amplifier, and we also use it a lot to perform because it's got an XLR output. It's in storage right now. This amp here is our Alto Professional 400 watt bi-amped. It's got a built-in crossover. It's mainly for drums, but it'll work really good as a PA. It's 4 channels, got a little bit of an EQ on it, and we pretty much use this as either a drum monitor or a drum amplifier in our studio when we're rehearsing. Over here is just a real basic PV KV2. It's a 70 watt keyboard amp is all it is. It's got 3 channels. One of the channels is for microphone. So what I like about both these are for a room this size, which is a fairly small room, both these amplifiers do a really good job acting as a PA. So we can hook up both of our singers into each amplifier. So that's basically all of our amps.
Good.
Okay, back again. So we're now going to go over our basic recording setup we use. I've got a real simple little desk here. The only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't have any rack space up here, but I bought it on the cheap. It was maybe about $100 on Amazon. So but this is specifically for recording. It's got a shelf for keyboard, but because I use a laptop, most of our paper and stuff that I use to create the CDs is down here, so kind of hides it away. Everything we do is pretty much on the cheap. So I have a couple of HS5 Yamaha monitors. They're about $200 a piece. They're a really good entry-level monitor. Obviously there's way better monitors out there, but like I said, for our band, we're just kind of getting started. That includes me. These are a really good quality monitor. I've owned other monitors and I really like these. You come over here, and this is pretty much what we record with. This is a Furman power supply here. It's basically just a big giant surge protector is really all it is. This is our main deal here. This is my interface, the Tascam US1641. This is an old interface. I use it and keep it around because I have the ability to do up to 10 different instruments all in one go. I am eyeballing the Focusrite Scarlett version of this one, so I'm definitely looking to upgrade because I believe this is about 6 years old, which is kind of ancient in recording, but it does work and it allows us to record. This is my old Pod Pro, which is right off of the Flextone 2 series of amplifiers for Line 6. It's just a really good, like I said, nothing great, but it's just a really good way to allow us to just record straight up into the interface and demo stuff, which we do all the time. And this is a really cheap Behringer compressor. I mainly use channel 1, channel 2 I haven't got set up yet. But we go through, I have the mixing board here. And the only reason I really use this is I use it as a sound card so that I can volume stuff in case we're watching TV or whatever from here. And I only use this channel, and we plug the mic into here, and we're using this as our preamp. It goes straight into our Behringer here, and then out of our Behringer and into our Tascam channel 1. And then from there I record. And this isn't a great compressor, but when you're first starting out, just trying to get stuff, I mean, it does a fairly good job, and it does a better job than what we do if it's just going in raw, uncompressed. So I am getting a little bit better recordings using a compressor, even though it's not a great compressor. So, and then we use predominantly, like I said, everything's on the cheap. We use Acid Pro 7.0. I have this. This is a pretty decent DAW. It's cheap. It's about $100. But we have a lot of different plugins that I've purchased from Waves to add on. So if you look into, this is a session that we're currently working on. So you'll see there's a bunch of stuff that I've bought from Waves that I'm able to use. That's what comes with it. So you can tell the plugins. This is a stock plugin that comes with it, and these are the plugins that are aftermarket. And those plugins work just fine on this. So putting in money, it does pretty good, you know, after you. But once this computer is a 16 gigabyte RAM, and I'm finding this computer's now struggling because I've got so much stuff, so many plugins running all at once, and they're bigger plugins. So I'm actually looking to get a MacBook Pro and go in with a 32 gigabyte RAM for just more power. The type of computer that it is, it's an HP Spectre. So it's a higher end PC. So and it is a really good PC, but one file, once you have a lot of plugins going, it uses up almost 16 gig of RAM, which causes it to start playing choppy. And this here is our most expensive thing that we own, and our highest end piece for our band. This is our Roland TD-25. It's one of their higher end models, not their top end, but one of the higher end models. And we basically use this to all of our stuff. If you don't have microphones and a really good place to record drums, which you need, and multiple inputs, getting a decent set of electric drums is the way to go, because there's a lot of different programs that you can use, and I'll show you the program we use for this kit in just a minute. But it's an amazing sounding kit. My son really likes it because it's got the feel. Even the heads have got the feel of a drum head that's been tightened down. So it really gives you a really. He says it's a really responsive set of drums. Our old one we had was the Yamaha DTX series of drum kits. Really good, but they were more of a silicone pad. These are more of a mesh. So big difference with the way they play and the way they sound. The computer over on the end there does a really good job. Okay. So this is our plugin that we use for the drums, Addictive Drums 2. Okay, so we're back. Now we're gonna go over our guitars. So our main guitarist and our main bass player is not here. Our main bass player uses a Squier Jazz bass. That's his favorite type of bass to play. And our main guitarist, Ruben, is our bass player. Our main guitarist, Nick, he has the Ibanez RG series of guitars. And my son and I, we basically, as you can tell, we are Ibanez junkies. This is in fact, all of them are the RG series of guitars. Some of them have a Floyd Rose, some of them are solid bridge.
Most of mine have a Floyd Rose.
So, well, yeah, 2 of yours have Floyd Rose and then solid bridge. This is my old one that I gave to my son. And then the other guitars that we have are is a Martin Jazz Special. It's mainly it's got a smaller body, so it doesn't sound quite as good. It's an OOOC 16 GTE auditorium gloss top model, and it's predominantly made to be plugged in and played. But I don't play it too much because we need to lower the action on it. The action on it's gotten crazy high. So we're gonna have this here moved down a bit. And then our other set of guitars that we have over here, we have a Les Paul Custom Epiphone Prophecy guitar. This one needs a little bit of work. I used it in one of my old bands. It got dropped, so it's got some dings on it, so I need to get some work done on it. And it still plays great. And then this old beauty I just picked up, my wife bought it for me. It's a Schectum Diamond Series C1 Platinum. Got active pickups. I'm a big active pickup fan, so anyway, and this one is primarily the one I'm playing most right now because it's new. So,
and it's pretty.
That's all.
Oh, it's not that. Okay, there it is.
Stalker!
Sorry.
Alright, well, since you're here and you're stalking me, here is all of our stuff. Just basic Yamaha keyboard. But this right here is the heart and soul of our setup here. So I will take this bad boy out, kind of let you see it worked on. This is our live setup, our PA. This is another Furman power supply. Here is our crossover, and we've got to get another compressor. It's gonna go right here. I'm gonna get another DBX. I really like their stuff. We're gonna get just a real simple 2-channel compressor that'll go here, and then here's one of our amps. It's a Crown XLI 2500. It's got 750 watts stereo. We're missing our other one. It's actually up here, and it's dead. So we're in the process of, I'm going to be buying another one. And basically my mixer, obviously, put together yet. So these are our speakers here. These are a JBL PRX 400. These were purchased by our guitar player's parents. Thank you very much. These put out about 600 RMS, which is the steady wattage rating. It's a little bit high for our amps, but it works. These things are amazing. We have Rockville subs. These are kind of junky. My goal is to get JBL subs, the same as these. Rockville subs do okay. We had these here, which are the same model. Really cheap. You can get 2 of these for like $250. Problem was we kept blowing them up, so we invested in these, and these have just been an animal since then. We also have, for smaller gigs, like I was telling you, we have these 2 subs, which are about 400 watts each. They're self-powered, and then we have these loudspeakers, which are about 250 watts each. They're also self-powered. These are not bi-amp. There's only 1 amp in there, so when you're running your output, you're going to need to have an amped speaker. And we use these for like backyard gigs, stuff like that. Here's our Line 6 Flextone 2. I've had this amp for like 17 years. This thing has been a beast. It's basically what we use for a lot of our recording and even live shows. So that's pretty much it in terms of our. We have our Speak-On cables. So we run Speak-On cables for to all the speakers.
Dusty.
Yeah, it is.
I inhaled a fistful of dust when you lifted up those cables.
But yeah, everything comes out of the amps, goes straight into the speakers, and that's pretty much our setup. Like I said, nothing too amazing. We've got pieces that are pretty high end, but for the most part, most of our stuff is mid to low end. So my advice is just start rocking. We started simple with just our amps, no PA, just one amplifier used for the singers. I mean, we started off really simple, and it's just slowly built. And over the course of time, that's how we've gotten all this stuff. So that would be my advice. But comment below, let me know what you think. Please like, subscribe, all that stuff. And hopefully we will see you out on the road, and you can come and see us. Thank you very much.
Thumbs up.